Welcome to Deja Breedlove Presents. Now, for those of you that are new to the show, every week I like to touch base on inspirational topics with inspirational guests who can help make your life a better one. So, my guest today is a martial artist who goes by the name of Kai, and she is an overall healer. So, let's meet her today and hear about her journey in the martial arts world. So, let's meet the lovely Kai.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm so happy to see you.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
me and Kai actually met because she is a martial artist, a meditation specialist, and she's just an overall healer. So she actually I had the pleasure of training with you. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, something
It's
like
been
that.
about 2 years ago, and she was helping me get my body together and also helping me step into a higher conscious. So, of course, because of Women's Month, you are definitely an inspirational woman, and I wanted to have you on the show to hear more about your journey and catch up.
Thank you so much for having me, Deja.
Of course.
It's such an honor.
Yes. So let's hear all about it. So, where are you originally from? I did read that you moved from New York City to here in the lovely Los Angeles.
Mhm.
So, were you originally raised here?
I was born and raised in Kazakhstan, which is in
Ah,
Central Asia, post-Soviet Union
wow.
country. Yeah, and I moved here at the age of 21 to do my master's, and I did it here actually in Los Angeles. And
Hmm.
right after my graduation, I moved to New York to pursue accounting. That's what I studied, and yeah, I lived there for a little bit and moved back.
Oh, nice. Okay, so how many years were you in New York, and how was that journey being an immigrant? Because I know New York is a lot there.
It is. It is. New York is definitely different vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did all my research I could, like all
Hmm.
the research, and everyone was saying on the internet, do not go after LA. But I like to, I like to,
I'm like,
you know,
why?
I don't listen to nobody. I'm on my own journey. Let me not like it because I don't like it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so it was different. It's a very saturated. A lot of immigrants. Everyone is trying to survive.
Mm.
But I got to experience. It made me tougher. Probably I got to experience like real, like New York life.
Yeah.
I got to be a little grumpy New Yorker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually good because it prepared you for California because New York is, like you said, is way more aggressive.
Yeah.
So coming from a different country straight to New York City, I'm like, oh, this girl is like
Well,
made of steels.
I came to LA first.
Oh, you came to LA? Yes, you
Yeah.
got your degree in
Right.
accounting.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you moved to New York.
Yes, and then I moved back to LA.
And then you moved back to LA.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm a nomad.
Right. She's like, I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Okay, so as you mentioned, you did get your degree in accounting before life unfortunately took an unexpected turn. So I did read in your bio. We're gonna get a little deep, a little bit, a little personal, but you did deal with some domestic abuse. So could you tell us a little bit about that and how you were able to overcome it?
Yes, it was, an unfortunate event in my life, and
Yeah.
something that later on I was able to realize that that experience was in a way needed to unlock something that I've been holding on to for too long.
Mm.
And
And what would you say that was?
I experienced abuse like growing up, a lot of abuse, like childhood abuse, but I maybe it was cultural, maybe it was, I don't know what it was, maybe single mom, stress, all that stuff, but
Mm.
um there was a lot of unresolved trauma that I wasn't able to share because of shame.
Mhm.
And that kind of like energy that I saw in that person was so familiar, and it was so
Mm.
subliminal too. It's not like, this is what I'm gonna do to you,
Right.
because that's not how you end up with a violent person in a
Yeah.
relationship with a violent person. But there's always something like that. This energy seems like so familiar, even though it's
Yeah.
violent,
I
it's not
agree.
safe, but it's home.
Yeah.
And something that later on, it took me years to like really see the lesson in it, even
Mhm.
though like I think I would have survived without this lesson. you know
Yeah.
but
But I would agree with you.
yeah,
A lot of things are a part of our journey and help us arrive to where we are today.
it's true,
So,
it's true, yeah. But it took me years to get to the point when I was like, i I truly forgive this person, and I have a lot of compassion for this person, and I see this person is just conflicted and hurt.
Yeah.
you know.
Like they have personal issues they're dealing with
Yeah.
as well, which
Yeah.
doesn't make it okay, but
Yeah.
you understand that
Yeah.
it's probably something that they were learned. It was
Yeah.
just passed down. So I agree. It's definitely good to notice these things. And I say when you tap into that higher conscious, it helps you become aware of certain trauma things that we need to, dig deeper into it, acknowledge, and just grow from it. So kudos to you for overcoming that.
Thank
So
you.
what would you say helps you overcome it?
A
Just
lot.
getting to know yourself.
A lot of that. A lot of that. Getting to know yourself, but it took me years to even start that journey because I did start meditating during that experience.
Really?
I was like because I practiced Islam for like since I was a teenager. So I felt like, am I cheating on Allah?
Yeah.
But like it was meditation, like is it like contradicting? But I was seeking that peace, and it was hard, but that was the only thing that like sustained me in that survival mode in a way. But yeah, I think it was a lot of like tapping into myself once I stopped the numbing, because I did numb the pain for a little while.
And that's also why I want to have the lovely Kai on the show, because when I got the pleasure to meditate with you, and we were meditating for I think an hour, that was so deep. Like it's so many things become aware when people meditate. Like I meditate every morning, and I'm noticing that it's helped me relieve so much stress, get a lot of clarity, answers, and just become more, I would say, centered overall. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand the importance of how important meditation is and how much it can really help you.
Yes. And it's very, if you remember, we did dynamic meditation prior to silent meditation. And that's what really prepares the mind to that silence when you're sitting with yourself, with your thoughts. Because oftentimes people just sit down, especially without experience, they just sit down to meditate. And now, boom, they attacked by this thought, this thought, this thought. The monkey mind just never stops, And that 45 minutes of singing and like the love energy circle experience.
Oh, we
that
were singing. I forgot.
We were singing
with a sound bell.
The sound bell was after. I actually had the guitarist in there.
Oh yes.
So we had live music and we're chanting one mantra, the same mantra, to the point like after 45 minutes, like all you have in your brain, you don't think about like maybe your ticket you got, like car ticket, or maybe you got like maybe your stove is on. Like you don't think none of that.
You leave the earth, literally.
Like and you really able to look within and listen to your body and feel every cell in a way, and by the time we like sit down for silent meditation, which is guided meditation by me, like you don't have any other thoughts. So that's when you connect with your body and become aware what's happening everywhere. Like all the pain that maybe you were not able to feel because you're too anxious, for instance.
Or the noise is too loud around you.
Absolutely.
So which one would you recommend for those who are just starting out?
Absolutely would recommend dynamic meditation. It is it's definitely always together. It's package deal. But I would definitely recommend, especially people that are starting, like kirtan, practice of kirtan. If you don't know, you can Google it, but it's chanting with the music. It's a very ancient practice. It's great for the mind and prepares your mind for the sitting, which is the most struggle, to sit still, to not slouch, to let that energy flow up. Because it's all like it's almost like a building, like what do you call it, like a high rise, and the energy flows upward. So if it's blocked here in your root chakra, Muladhara chakra, so that means your foundation is soft. Like imagine you build a building on like plastic or something, and then the earthquake starts. So when your foundation is weak, the entire building is going to be like this. So that's what happens with our psyche and our chakra system. So if this is blocked, you can't be on that foundation. You can't stand and be like secure on that foundation.
So you gotta be nice and solid.
You have to be solid, and you can't like let little motion as much as you want to. You have to like really tap in within.
Yeah, I love that. So definitely check out dynamic meditation, and of course I'm going to attach all of your information if they want to actually learn from you and go to your classes as well. But my next question is, because I know we're kind of short for time, is so again, you're a martial artist.
Yes.
So tell us, I guess you answered that, but how would you say it started to where you realize you want to take that to the next level and become an actual teacher of it? Like honestly, you could take this professionally.
Yeah, it came very natural in a way. Like I danced since I was a kid, but like I've been doing capoeira for like almost 10 years now.
Mm.
10th year now. And yeah, I was just doing it too much, I guess. 20 hours a week I was like just consuming so much capoeira, so much culture of it, so much deep meaning behind every song and every move, like, and what it means like historically. And because capoeira is an Afro-Brazilian martial art, and there's so much meaning and so much history attached
Mm.
to it, so I really connect with that. And just slowly, gradually I became one of the like oldest students, not by age, but
Yeah,
by
by
experience.
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was able to guide people. I was slowly started helping people, and I was like, you know what, I may as well get a certification, which took 2 years.
Yeah, and
It's not,
also because you realize how much it was helping you grow as a person.
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah.
it is a very mental,
Mm-hmm.
like gives you mental freedom and break also.
Literally. Oh yeah. Yeah. So definitely tap into that higher conscious if you guys have not already. But okay, my next question is, what has been your greatest moment as a healer overall so far? Because I would definitely give you the title as a healer because again, you're changing people's lives by introducing them to a practice to help them elevate to a higher conscious. So what has been your greatest moment with this whole experience?
Honestly, what I do now, I'm an active volunteer at the local LA women's shelter for the victims of domestic abuse.
Oh, it's amazing.
And yeah, my abusive partner, my ex, was a karate champion. So
Mm.
that kind of like adds a lot to the picture, right? So being having that full circle moment that now I'm teaching martial arts at the women's shelter, I'm raising money for that shelter as well, I'm connecting with women, I'm hearing their stories, and they get inspired. Some of them come to me after class, and they come to me and they say like, my ex was a jiu-jitsu like artist, like martial artist, and he did all these tricks on me, and I wish I knew all this, back then. This
Oh
is so
wow.
helpful. Like I feel safer now that I have like knowledge, practical
Yeah.
knowledge of defending myself and connecting with these women, and they know that I'm not just someone from the street, I'm someone who lived through that experience
Yeah.
and who was able to heal from that and let
Yes.
go. And it doesn't happen like this. It takes years and years and years of inner work.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're helping women basically protect themselves if they come across an abuser.
Yeah, that, and also like heal from that, like shed that layer, and like really really heal from that experience. I also teach meditation there, so that to me is like, wow,
I love that.
full circle.
Awesome. Okay, so as we wrap this up, what does your career look like now versus when it first started?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm more like a very free right now, in terms of like I was meant to be free. But before, I used to work in accounting in the office, and I
Mm,
was just in the box, and that was just, I felt chained up in that box, like
mm.
my soul was chained up and was dying a little every day.
Aw.
Even though I have 2 degree, but I have no degree of interest.
And that's because you were probably on the wrong path. I feel like
Absolutely.
sometimes not sometimes, but when you're unhappy doing something, that's the universe or the higher power, whoever you guys believe in, God, saying you should be doing something else.
Yeah.
But when something fuels your soul, that's how you know you're on the right path. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate you sharing that information. Okay, so last two questions. What is one fact people wouldn't know about you unless you told them?
Oh, that I'm actually very goofy, I guess. Like
Mm,
I think people,
I
especially my
wouldn't know that.
yeah, a lot of my students think like, because I'm at work, I'm in work mode, and
Right.
I have a joke that I sound like Russian military, like like a general or
You like
something.
legs up. I'm like,
Like
oh my
right,
butt hurts. My butt
come
hurts.
on, Daisha. Yeah, my voice changes, everything
Yeah.
changes, because I have to motivate people. It's
Hmm.
different setting. But yeah, a lot of people see me as that strict teacher, but in that setting at the gym. But I am actually very goofy, and I laugh, and yeah, so I'm
You
like kind of,
enjoy yourself. You're free. Like
yeah,
you feel free. I
absolutely,
love
yeah.
that. Okay, so well, actually, second to last question. As we know, March is Women's History Month, all about women who are making a difference, like yourself, or women who have made a difference. And being a divine feminine has been a very trendy topic, as we know lately. So, what is your definition of a divine feminine woman, and what would you say it means to you?
Oh, that's divine feminine is such a powerful word. There is so much strength, so much beauty and strengths and weakness in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way a woman carries herself, the way woman can just slash with a soft word. There's so much strength in that. And of course, there is nurturing energy that is so natural for us as women.
Yeah.
It's almost like a default setting.
Mm-hmm.
As once we feel safe in this environment, we will nurture and nurture and nurture, which I have way too much in me.
Yeah, well, you're a Pisces.
I am a Pisces.
Pisces
Yeah.
are very sweet and caring.
Yeah, we
That's
do,
what
we
mom
do,
is.
we do all that, like caring. And plus, my background is like they raise us like military training for future wives. So they teach us from the get-go at 10 years old. How are you going to be someone's wife like when you don't know how to cook? I'm like 10.
Right.
Can I have a couple more years?
Gotta teach them early.
Yeah.
I love it.
But there's a lot of that strength, and a lot of times we hear that man is a protector, but in reality we protect that male energy. We protect them. They, in the end of the day, they come to us to recharge.
Yes, I agree.
So yeah, there's so much nurturing and protection that comes from a woman that you cannot get from a man.
Nice.
Sorry, guys.
I love that. Love
But
that.
it's true.
Well, that's definitely a divine feminine energy. I agree. Well, cheers to Women's History Month, and shout out to the lovely Kai for joining us. But my last question is, if you could leave any woman or men with any piece of advice based on your experience in life so far, what would you say?
My mom said once something like, when a trash truck comes and picks up all the trash from this place and it goes to another place, picks up more trash everywhere, and then goes to the dump and dumps all that. So don't be the trash truck that picks up trash from one person and gives it to another person. Let all the negativity stop on you. Don't transfer that.
I love that.
Let it stop on you. Be the shield that the bad stuff cannot go through, and you don't transfer it to other people. Don't share that.
Got it. So you would say basically deal with people and have them leave better than you found them.
Absolutely.
That's good. Yeah. That's a new one. I love that. Okay, so tell everybody, what can we expect next, and where is the best place to reach you?
What expect next? I do produce comedy shows.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that. Another fun fact
there it
about
is.
you.
Yeah. It's one of the healing journey. It's very healing, very therapeutic. I suggest everyone just get up on stage and talk about your trauma.
Right.
But I produce comedy shows, stand-up comedy shows, and raise money for the shelter for the victims of domestic abuse. So there are a lot of causes and events that I've done like that, fundraisers against the war, like Black Lives Matter. My dog is a poptivist too. Check him out.
Poptivist.
He is a poptivist. Check out
it.
his Instagram as well. I know I came here not with my dog. I should have brought him.
I know you tagged him. I actually need to go to his page. I'm like, let me see what the dog is. He's living his best life.
No, he is. But he's very loving, and he always sends a message. And his handle is Leon the Cool Dude.
Oh, the dog is tapped into the higher conscious too.
He meditates with me every single time. I swear to God. Whenever I'm meditating, he's not doing any crazy stuff. He's just chilling next to me and meditating, soaking that energy. Because animals, they get that energy from us.
Yeah,
they're not meant to be anxious.
Yes.
They're not meant to be anxious. They're only anxious because they're in our proximity.
Wow.
Our pets, they get it from us. That's why they behave. That's why they can be stubborn. That's why they can be a-holes sometimes, That's because we are a-holes.
Wow. you know? That's very true.
So he meditates with me, and that's why he's very friendly and chill,
I love that.
And my handle is Namaskarkai at Gmail. At Gmail. I'm sorry.
She's giving us her email.
At Namaskarkai, and that is also my email. Please don't spam it. And also, if you want to check out any of the videos or come to the next show, it's very, very once a month type of experience. High elevated comedy experience. So it's called Laugh Kindly. Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, Laugh Kindly.
I love that. Well, definitely invite me to the next show.
Absolutely.
I definitely have to check that out. And you're going to have to come back and tell us all the amazing things that you are doing.
I would love to.
Yes. Well, shout out to Kai for joining us. Happy Women's Month again. As we know, we're wrapping up March. If it might already be done by the time this airs, but I hope you had a lovely Women's Month. And that wraps it up for Deja Breed Love Presents. I will attach all of Kai's information. Make sure you guys also like and subscribe. Let us know what you thought of this episode so we can bring more healers in the room. And I will see you guys next week with another inspirational guest. Ciao.